NewsView, a look at some of the news of note with Michael Badger from Champaign-Urbana, Illinois.
Hello and welcome to NewsView on a Friday night in Champaign-Urbana. It should be either 9 p.m. or 12 midnight in Champaign-Urbana when you're seeing this on TV. And the first story is former President Bill Clinton, according to the Associated Press, Dateline Washington, by Mary Claire Jelinek of Associated Press. He says that farmers should not use so much corn for ethanol because it will raise the food prices and cause riots in other countries. Clinton believes producing biofuels is still beneficial for reducing U.S. dependence on foreign oil, but he also says that farmers should look beyond domestic production and consider needs of developing countries. And also, on a similar note, thousands in Delhi, India, are protesting against high food prices and high unemployment, according to the BBC. Protesters carrying red flags have been marching through the streets since early morning, and the rally has led to huge traffic jams, and trade unions who started it say that nearly 40,000 people will attend a meeting at the Ramallah grounds. Thousands will then march to Parliament, they say, and security across the area is tight. A statement from CITU workers from 19 states, thousands of women. The statement said that workers from 19 states and thousands of women were participating in this protest march. And our next story is out of Texas. A 20-year-old citizen of Saudi Arabia, Khalid Ali Im Al-Zawahiri, tried to set off a weapon of mass destruction or bomb, according to KDAF in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. The Saudi Arabia citizen was targeting Dallas, Texas with the bomb, but is from Lubbock, Texas. That's where he's a resident, but he's a citizen of Saudi Arabia. He was arrested, and the complaint, which was unsealed in the Northern District of Texas, was announced by David Chris, the Assistant Attorney General for National Security, as well as James T. Jacks, the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas, and Robert E. Casey, Jr., Special Agent in charge of FBI Dallas Field Division. He expected to make his appearance in federal court. He is expected in federal court in Lubbock at 9 a.m. Well, this should have happened at 9 a.m. Friday. And in other news, Gaddafi says that President Barack Obama, is his friend. In the speech published in the London-based Al-Hayat newspaper Saturday, Gaddafi praised Barack Obama, calling him a friend, and said there's no longer any dispute between his country and the U.S. He said, quote, "Now ruling America is a black man from our continent, an African from Arab descent, from Muslim descent, and this is something we never imagined, that from Reagan we would get to Barack Obama," unquote. So when we come back, we'll have some other news and weather right here on NewsView. Welcome back to NewsView on a Friday night. If you're seeing this on UPTV, that is, it's probably a Friday night. And the next news story I have here comes from the Associated Press out of Urbana, Illinois, and is that the U of I students are donating money to the school's 1867 Society, which has been active for 3 years now. The students don't have lots of extra cash, but they are giving to the University of Illinois' 1867 Society, and the vice president is an agricultural communication junior named Victoria Furbish, and they say that the name, the 1867 Society, honors February 28, 1867, which is the founding date of the University of Illinois. And in other news, Google has penalized Overstock.com for what they call search tactics that aren't up to their, though that Google obviously doesn't approve of, according to the Wall Street Journal's Amri Efrati. Google is penalizing Overstock.com Inc. in its search results after the retailer ran afoul of Google's policies that prohibit companies from artificially boosting their ranking in the internet giant's search engine. Their pages had recently ranked near the top of results for dozens of common searches, including, quote, vacuum cleaners, unquote, and quote, unquote, laptop computers. So searching for that in Google would get you Overstock.com near the top of your search results. But the links to Overstock Tuesday dropped to the 5th or 6th pages of Google's results for many of those items, and The incident, says Overstock, stemmed in part from its practice of encouraging websites of colleges and universities to post links to the Overstock pages so that they could receive discounts on the site from them. The incident is the second move by Google in 2 weeks against large numbers of retail stores for allegedly violating their guidelines. Earlier this month, according to the New York Times, Google lowered the ranking of links to JCPenney Company in response to tactics employed by an SEO consultant on its behalf. They said, though, that it wasn't aware of the tactics and didn't authorize them. And a spokeswoman said JCPenney terminated its relationship with the SEO consultant. She also said that the retailer was disappointed that Google has reduced its rankings and will work on regaining its standings again. And if you want to read more about that, go to the Wall Street Journal's technology section. And I think that one's also on drudgereport.com. And in other news, Gaddafi again says that the protesters are on hallucinogenic drugs which were spiked in milk and Nestle tea. And he said they're 17 and they give them pills at night, and they put hallucinatory pills in their drinks, their milk, their coffee, their Nescafe, quote unquote, said Gaddafi. He also says they are criminals, and he says well, I'm not sure what he says, but he says a lot of things, Gaddafi, lately. And one more story here. Project linking Google and Big Ten universities has 1 million over open access books online. This according to AP out of Urbana again. The Big Ten universities and the University of Chicago have now made digital copies of 1 million books available online as part of a project with Google Books, but they say they're just getting started. And the books provided by the University of Illinois focus on agriculture, natural resources, and other state subjects. So I hope this news has kept you informed. Stay tuned for the weather and whatever else is next here on NewsView. And there's the email address on the screen, newsview@email.com. And you can give me your opinions, your comments, questions, news tips, and I think we will look into what is going on in, is it Monticello, where they might make golf carts as legal on public streets as cars. I will look into that. And thank you for watching. Have a very pleasant night. And here weather forecast on a Friday night in Champaign-Urbana, Illinois. And Friday night, mostly cloudy skies tonight with a low of 27 degrees Fahrenheit and a chance of snow. Saturday, high temperature should reach 39 degrees Fahrenheit with light snowfall. Saturday night, a low of 27 degrees with cloudy skies. And for your Sunday, a high of 47 degrees Fahrenheit should be attained with thunderstorms on Sunday. And Sunday night, a low temperature of 36 degrees Fahrenheit with rain. So this has been your NewsView weather forecast for the weekend of February 25th, 26th, and 27th, 2011.